Hello. Let me ask you a slightly personal question. Have you ever been in the shower, looked at the hair under your arms or around your intimate area, and suddenly wondered, humans have evolved for millions of years. We lost the thick hair on our backs and even most of the hair on our faces. So, why did evolution leave two dense patches of hair in the most private and sweatiest parts of our bodies? At first, it sounds like an evolutionary mistake, doesn't it? After all, by modern beauty standards, many people feel that this hair does nothing except create embarrassment and make grooming more troublesome. I used to think the same way, but when I started learning about the logic behind human evolution, I realized I was completely wrong. These patches of hair are not useless leftovers at all. They're actually our body's natural protective barrier, and even a kind of biological calling card. Today, let's take another look at our bodies through the lens of evolution. To understand this, we need to look at the bigger picture of human evolution. Millions of years ago, our ancestors looked much more like modern chimpanzees. Their bodies were covered with thick hair. But everything changed when humans began walking upright and left the cool forests for the hot, open African savannas. Suddenly, survival presented a huge challenge. How could we run long distances under the blazing sun without overheating? Evolution made a bold decision. Instead of keeping our thick fur, humans gradually lost most of their body hair. Without that heavy coat, we developed one of the most advanced sweating systems on Earth, making humans incredibly efficient at cooling ourselves. That's why our backs, stomachs, arms, and legs became mostly hairless. But nature is an incredibly smart designer. If evolution chose to remove hair almost everywhere, but deliberately kept it in a few specific places, those hairs must serve functions that simply couldn't be replaced. From the perspective of modern biology, these remaining patches of hair reveal three fascinating truths. The first truth lies in the physical structure of our bodies. They act as the body's natural shock absorbers. Take a closer look at your underarms and your groin, the intimate area. These two regions have something in common. They're places where skin constantly rubs against skin and experiences some of the greatest friction during movement. Whether you're walking, running, or simply going about your day, these areas are under continuous mechanical stress. The hair in these regions acts like a natural cushioning layer. Think of it as a finely woven fiber pad that reduces direct skin to skin friction. Without it, the delicate tissue underneath would be much more likely to develop irritation, redness, chafing, or even inflammation during vigorous activity. In prehistoric times, humans didn't have soft underwear or modern clothing for protection. This hair served as the body's built-in defense system. It helped keep some of our most sensitive and vulnerable areas healthy and intact during intense daily survival. In other words, it's an incredibly efficient self-protection mechanism. The second reason is perhaps the most fascinating of all. This hair may actually help us find suitable partners. It sounds unbelievable, but biology suggests it's true. The human body contains two different types of sweat glands. One type is found almost everywhere and mainly helps regulate body temperature. The other type, called apocrine glands, is concentrated in the underarms and the intimate area. These glands produce a thicker secretion that's rich in fats and proteins. By itself, this secretion has almost no smell. But when bacteria on the skin break it down, it creates a unique chemical signature that carries personal biological information, what many people commonly refer to as pheromones. And this is where the hair becomes important. These hairs are essentially your body's natural scent diffuser. They dramatically increase the surface area of the skin, allowing these scent molecules carrying your unique genetic information to disperse into the air more effectively and for a longer period of time. Famous evolutionary psychology studies, such as the well-known sweaty t-shirt experiment, suggest that people are often subconsciously attracted to the scent of individuals whose immune systems complement their own. So throughout human evolution, these patches of hair have quietly acted as biological matchmakers. Without saying a word, they helped our ancestors identify genetically compatible partners through scent. increasing the chances that their children would inherit stronger immune systems and better survival abilities. The third reason is about visually signaling biological maturity. Have you ever wondered why children have very little hair in these areas, but suddenly develop much more during puberty? From an evolutionary perspective, this is a remarkably clear form of visual communication. Long before humans had written language, or even complex spoken language, the body itself was the most direct way to communicate information. The appearance of underarm and pubic hair announced to everyone in the group